location at Sea to Sky, and with the help of Global Dance TV, they're helping us with the video on this one, so hopefully you guys will enjoy this. I'm sure it'll be a good video. Anyway, we're going to do tuck elements. This was something that was requested for us, so we're going to go ahead and show you that. I wish I could remember the name of the lady that asked for the tuck elements, but I'm kind of on location and don't have the information with me, so I apologize for not putting your name out there. Maybe I'll do that later. But the tuck elements, basically what we're going to talk about is how the tuck is made up. We're bringing the lady forward. Now we're going to take one of the tucks, the sugar tuck. I'm bringing her forward on count 1, 2, and I'm preparing the lady to turn to her right by drawing her right shoulder forward on 3. So I'm trying to help her load the turn by doing this. So the lady needs to respond by bringing the shoulder in and making the compression through her back. So it's not through her arm, she's doing that through the back of the body. That's count 3. Now on 4, I'm going to take the hand over and let her finish the turns on 5 and 6. So I'm not cranking the turn. She's already prepared and I'm just raising the hand and letting her walk away from me. So again, basic tuck element, 1, 2, preparing, and then taking the hand over 5 and 6. You also want to note that when my hand comes up, the hand angle is slightly outwards to the left, dictating, it dictates the direction of the turn. So I don't want to have my hand straight up, and I don't want it inwards at all, because that tells her the opposite. It tells her she's going to turn that way. So, and straight up is just too stiff looking, so I have it slightly turned out. And that actually tells her, hey, you're turning out that direction. And that's for a basic tuck. What we want to do now is take that same basic tuck and add elements to it to make it look more dynamic. So there are 2 very popular, what we call lunge tucks, where the leader actually steps off to the right of the track, and then he sits back and lunges, and he takes the shoulder back and takes it over the head again, 5 and 6. This one is a little bit risky because by sitting down and leaning to the left, I'm taking the connection away from the partner, so she really has to reach in to find it. So on count 1, 2, by going back, she's coming a little bit more over to my right side or my left side rather than coming straight. That gives her this connection to go back out. And that's a really popular one. One that I like to do is an illusion of power. The illusion of power is that instead of taking my shoulder away from the lady, I'm actually pushing my shoulder towards the lady, but my hand, if you notice, isn't moving. So the illusion is I'm really going to crank on her, but I'm really not putting any more weight on it. So it counts 1 and 2. I get my shoulder back on the 2 beat to wind it up, and then I bring the shoulder in. So I'm torquing my rib cage to the right, giving me a kind of a cool looking style, but it's giving the lady the ability to make the connection sooner. She doesn't have to come all the way up here to get it. It's right over her center. That's my 3, over on 4, 5, and 6. And for the ladies, if you notice, on the 3, she's torquing through the hips. So it's count 1, 2, the hip is rotating in. That strong action is coming right off that hip, and then she's using that to go back out rather than trying to push so hard on the arms, which I seem to get a lot of when I dance socially with some of the ladies. So take a look at that from this angle. She's coming in straight, count 1, I'm moving over on 2, taking the left shoulder back slightly. On 3, I'm powering with my left side, but I'm keeping that hand nice and steady. Fingertip is pointed slightly out. Left foot is nice and straight. There's no collapse in my leg. I'm toned. I come back up onto my foot, and then I dance my anchor. So it's an illusion of a power tuck. So it's very cool to lead. Okay? Another simple tuck is called a passive tuck. Passive tuck, you really don't lead her to face you. You just bring the hand up. So you walk out of the way and let the lady decide whether or not she's going to rotate in and out on the tuck. So on this one, you notice there was no pull, there was no push. Just a direct raise of the hand. She turns her hips a little, then goes back under. She can decide to use a lot more if she wants, a lot of rotation, layout, style it. You can do what you want with it. It's a really common passive tuck lead. You'll see it done quite a bit. So that's 3 of them: your basic tuck, your passive tuck, and then a power sugar tuck. So you guys will have something to play with there. We'll see you next time.